Bam, we're live. Me and Souza.
Is it working? All right. Takes a minute for.
You are now officially on the clock working.
Okay. No, I'm at the pep link. Sometimes it takes a minute for it to fire up. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry for what I did to you guys after today's show with Tyson. I didn't mean to get off that quickly. He said a funny line too, right when the show was over. He goes, "Oh shit, I pissed my pants." Meaning like I had him on and he had to take a piss. And I wonder if any of that got recorded. And then I just started talking to the audience and I realized, holy shit, that's happened. I think that's happened twice. And now it's in the show and they both happened in this last month. Maybe I'm getting old.
Getting trigger happy.
Yeah, I got a little flustered because I couldn't get him. I was trying to help him get off the show and I was clicking the wrong buttons. And we had maybe also StreamYard's tripping. I think StreamYard's tripping a little bit this week.
For sure. The whole situation. Did you see the screen recording that he sent us to explain what was going on?
No.
It was just spinning him in a circle.
Oh. So he was having trouble. Yeah. Yeah. They got some sort of glitch there.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. Yeah, that was a total accident. And you know what's funny is I was talking for like 5 more minutes and then I looked up and I'm like, oh, it's not going. Yas CrossFit. I like this. I like this very much.
It wasn't letting me put the right thumbnail either.
His show could go any direction today. I'm in a funky ass mood. I don't recognize myself today. Hopefully Dave doesn't take one in the butthole. Maybe it'll turn to love. But usually when it's funky, it could go crazy. All right, Will Plummer, nice to see you.
I can't see what you have up on screen right now. That's so weird. Can you guys on YouTube see that? Oh, now
you can't.
Up. And now it just now popped up for me. Yeah.
Did my audio go away too? Because he would have trouble hearing me when I pulled stuff up.
No, I think that might have just been his connection maybe, but
okay.
I still heard you the whole time. No problem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's bang this one out. Bang, bang, bang.
Monday, February 9th, 2026, weekend review. The Open is fast approaching. It's a couple weeks away. The first announcement will be at Moffett Field, and we recently announced the athletes. Last week, we announced Jason Hopper, Dallin Pepper.
Cameras out of focus, in focus, out of focus, in focus.
Colton Mertens and Austin Hatfield will go head-to-head on 26.1. So that's going to be a great event, great show. It's going to be a great workout. I'm excited to see the community take it on and kick off this essentially 20th year of the CrossFit Games.
This is at 1.25 speed. Colton Mertens will be coming to California
with 26.1.
20th anniversary with 26.1.
Last week I went to Camp Pendleton. Actually, immediately after filming the weekend review, I went to the Monterey Airport and flew down to San Diego. Had dinner with the seminar staff crew there, and then the next day they started a 2-day seminar for the 1/5. I spent the first half of the afternoon there, and then I came back and just went to touch base with the team and support that effort, support them doing a seminar for those Marines who are getting ready to deploy. It was a really good trip, really good group of guys. The Marines were very fired up to have our
the 1/5. He went to go down and see the 1/5 before they deploy, he said. 1st Battalion, 5th Marines is an infantry battalion in the United States Marine Corps based out of Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, California, consisting of 800 Marines and sailors. That means Navy. Nicknamed Geronimo. It falls under the command of the 5th Marine Regiment and the 1st Marine Division. The battalion was formed in 1914 and has served in every major conflict the United States has been involved in. They got a bunch of Native American type names: Huron, White Horse, Cherokee, Blackfoot, Apache. The battalion was formed in Veracruz, Mexico, and sailed for Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, for service in the Caribbean Theater in 1914. So that was their first jaunt. They were disbanded upon their return to Norfolk, Virginia on December 24th, 1914, but then reactivated again and deployed to France in June of 1917. All right, so these guys been around. They did World War I, WW2, Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf. They do the global war on terror as a hobby. They did Fallujah, Ramadi,
America's favorite pastime.
Afghanistan. They did Operation Enduring Freedom. They did the Sangin district in the Helmand province. They did Thailand. I don't know what they did in Thailand. They deployed to Thailand to fuck a bunch of boys. Well, that's interesting. All right. These are bad dudes. Long history. Oh, what do you know? Bill Clinton was in the no, he wasn't.
Wrong file.
Never served a day except on the island. All righty. Back to Dave. So now you know. You're welcome.
Our team there, led by Todd Widman. Nick Tomlinson was also one of the coaches who I haven't seen in a while, and Kelly Clark, local athlete. She's a master's athlete and recent addition to our seminar staff.
She's a good girl. F-35 jets directed to Iraq, the same ones that were supposed to be at the Super Bowl. Instead, we were lucky and we got the homosexual bunny.
So, seeing them the morning of the second day I was there, Tuesday, I went up to the CrossFit San Clemente, and a cool little box. They've been around since 2007. What I didn't realize until I looked earlier or later, when I looked at their Instagram account and went back to some of those photos, I had dropped in there a long time ago, but I didn't remember that drop in. But they have a nice box. If you're in the San Clemente area, definitely check them out. Been an affiliate for 19 years. So CrossFit San Clemente 2007. It's wild how many affiliates now, or that there are affiliates at this point that have been around for 20 years. Craig Howard up in the Bay Area, this is his 20th year. So as an affiliate owner owning CrossFit Diablo. So that's pretty cool seeing these guys who've been in this game for so long and changed so many lives and impacted so many people in their local community and greater community. Yesterday, I saw on my Instagram, there's this guy who ran a 6:30 mile, something like that, 6:30 around there with a 100-pound ruck on. So there's
some high school kid just ran a mile in 3:48.
Gosh, dang, that's quick.
I think it's the 10th fastest time ever in the world. He's 16.
3:48. I mean, that's a quick 800-meter time for, you know, like.
All right. Yeah, he laps me. He laps me twice on the mile.
Criminy.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
A lot of ruck feats that are going on.
So this guy ran a 6:30 with 100 pounds. I think that's
equivalently impressive in a different way, I would say.
Jeez Louise.
Recently, especially with the Ruck Race League, and kind of seeing what the possibilities of what the human potential is with a rucksack. And so this dude did 6:30 with a 100-pound pack a mile. That I'm trying to find it right now. I should have pulled this up before I started. But
I'm gonna text Dave. I want to get that guy's number. I get that kind of show.
I think he's been on the show for Kill Taylor. Is that the right guy?
Who ran a mile with 100 pounds? I wonder. I don't know. Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is insane fast. That's one of the most impressive ruck things I've heard about in recent.
Well, Promer says the DMT guy. Sevi, isn't that the dude you had on for the Turkish getup? Oh, it's the same guy. Remember that guy had on who was doing all those weird feats of strength? Maybe I did have him on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so.
Hold on, I'll find it. 1 second. So, I mean, he dares someone to try to go faster. I do too. I think, okay, here we go. It's this guy named Michael. I put it on my story on my big account. Michael Mirag. So he said he's also done the 500-pound deadlift and then ran a 449.
Wow.
100-pound mile. Running a 6:21 mile with 100 pounds.
6:21 with 100 pounds. He says it's the hardest thing he's ever done. That's impressive. So
what was his name?
Michael. I didn't catch the last name.
See if it pops up.
Are you putting in like?
I just typed in Michael. Oh, Michael Mirag. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, shit! I did have this dude on. This wasn't. Yeah, this dude's a freak. Wow. I gotta have him on again.
Yeah. Didn't he do a Kill Taylor too? Isn't that? Do we have him on? And like, didn't he do a
He's
Kill
the
Taylor?
Vegas. He's the Vegas. Yeah, maybe he's the Vegas guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll text him after the show. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So give that a go, or not. Don't give that a go unless you're really strong. But check that out. Last week we launched a level 4.
I wonder how long it would take me to move. I don't even want to say ruck, just to move 100 pounds a mile. That's like That's like an afternoon task for me. You know what I mean?
It's gonna blow up your back for sure.
And it's sold out already because there's an interactive component. There's a limited number of spots. There was a lot of spots available, which is cool, and they sold out in about 20 minutes. And now there's a wait list. So
level 4 sold out. Surprise!
Minutes.
Hold it for a year, and then offer 4 spots. And what do you know?
go ahead and hop on the wait list if you're interested. And as spots open up, we'll start letting people in from the wait list. All right, let's jump into comments. At Andrew Stewart 3390, Dave, have you ever considered making leather weightlifting hand straps? Seems similar to some of the products you already offer on TDC Mercantile, and there is an obvious crossover with Olympic weightlifting and CrossFit. That's not a bad idea. No, I haven't considered it. One of the reasons I probably
Am I
What?
going to say something stupid here? I don't think Olympic lifters use straps. Powerlifters use straps, don't they?
Olympic lifters use straps. Yeah.
They do?
Yeah. It might not be the way that you like envision a strap. It's usually like a circle, and then they come together like at a point, so it looks almost like a teardrop.
Yeah.
And you wear it around your wrist,
Like an
this
AIDS
way,
ribbon.
and
Like an AIDS ribbon.
Yeah. Yep. And then you wrap it around the bar. Yeah.
What lifts would you use it for?
Snatch for sure. I used to use it a lot in like snatch
Really? Isn't that
complexes and
dangerous?
stuff like that. Not with snatch, because when you miss it behind, you just let it go, and the straps are usually really short. Like there's not a long roll around to it typically. Like it's just one to kind of lock you into the bar, and then it usually like releases. You could do straps for cleans, but I think that's where it gets a little sketchy.
Okay. All right. Learn
Yeah.
something new after 20 years.
haven't considered it is because, well, I don't use weightlifting hand straps, so I don't have a set. But thinking about how they look and how they work, they're probably really easy to make. That's not a bad idea. I might pick a pair up and take a look at that. Someone suggested I make a leather weightlifting belt. That's possible. I need to get for that. I need a machine, a sewing machine that I don't have yet. I have 2 industrial strength sewing machines. One of them can handle thick leather, but not that type of leather, because basically you need a couple plies of like probably I'd say 8 to 10 ounce English bridle type leather, 2 plies of that. So there's a machine called the Cobra out there that
Didn't he make belts for the boys? He made actual like belts to hold up your pantalones.
Yeah, not weightlifting belts.
Not weightlifting. Yeah.
want to get. I don't have yet, but I don't need it yet. But if I had to make weightlifting belts, I would need it. So leather hand straps, good idea. Maybe I'll do that. The weightlifting belt I'm considering, and the rifle slings did great. They're doing great. I'm excited about that project. I'm gonna make more. I ordered some more leather, and they sold out. They sold out quickly, not as fast as the level 4, but they sold out. So I'll make some more to get on the site. And I've been using mine around here just to feel it and just to see that it's a good product, and it's great. It's working out. At Sweaty Palms 88, hey Dave, it's more open-ended. You're multi-talented, so anything you may be programming, whether CrossFit programming or otherwise, have you ever tried utilizing AI to tweak or fully design anything you've worked on? Not yet, but that doesn't mean I won't. But probably will, but not yet. At Maddie BJR, little messed up that people who took the level 4 before do not get to retest without paying another $1,500. There are people who took the level 4 and failed twice, because there's a good number of those are able to take it at the reduced rate of $900. But people who took it before and failed, yes, they still have to sign up.
What? Did he say the same thing but different? Or did I mishear?
If you've taken the level 4 twice and failed, you get a reduced rate of $900. If you've taken it once and failed, you have to pay the full price. Maybe that's because the second time you took it and failed, you also had to pay $900.
So you're like 3,200 into it, and then you pay 900 on the third time?
How much is the level 4?
I thought, wasn't it like, didn't Taylor say it was 1,600? But now he's saying it's 1,500. So maybe it's 1,500.
And then if you want to retake it, it's $900. But if you've only retaken it once, then you have to pay the $1,500 again, not the
Okay.
$900. So if you failed it twice, you're stoked.
You
Oh boy.
No,
All
you're not.
right.
You're $3,000 in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
how that works?
Yeah.
Okay.
At Pukey the CrossFit Clown. Hey Dave, huge fan. I listen every week. I know this has come up a few times before, but I'd like to address it again. I'd love to see some sort of organization with the many garage gym owners out there in the world. I'm curious if there's any way we could push some sort of garage gym affiliate membership forward. Example, pay $500 a year and fly the CrossFit capital F flag and have some sort of way to find other like-minded garage gym owners. Don't get me wrong, I'm also a huge proponent of the CrossFit affiliate, but sometimes I think that highlighting the garage gym owners could be a massive way to propel the methodology to regular, everyday people and would in turn bring more people into the affiliates. Remember when Dan Bailey did an open announcement at a garage gym? Well, we did an open announcement at a garage gym, and we invited Dan Bailey to do that. Yes, I remember that.
It wasn't
Wow.
Dan's. It wasn't Dan's gym. They went to like some dude's house, I think, and set that whole thing up. And part
Yeah,
of the
Dave.
deal was like they got to leave it there, right? Like he got to keep all the shit afterward.
Oh, is that what the deal was?
I think I remember.
All I can remember is Dan's reps were counted wrong.
Yeah, that sucks because it was the one time, not the one time. He's done good, but he won the open announcement and he was all pumped, and then somebody miscounted his reps.
It was freezing.
North Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. I think highlighting this sort of population could only benefit the brand in a big way. I know you're big on touring affiliates, but I'd like you to invite you to come to my garage and have a tour and do a workout together. I appreciate the invite. Let me know where you're at. I would love to do that at some point if I'm ever in the area. I agree with all of this. I think we should have a garage gym program. I think there's just a lot of conflicting priorities right now that is not making this a priority. So I am a massive advocate.
Small team. Small team.
Small team and weak leadership.
Small team.
Of this
God
happening
damn.
in some way. And it's also very
Who would that fall under? Dacoons?
The whole thing falls under Don.
Oh, all right.
It's time.
supportive of
Say it again.
Well, I said it's time.
All right. I won't push
Lay
you
it-
anymore on that.
affiliates
I
of
mean-
the community. And
Dude, the garage gym thing, like people want it, right? Like how easy would it be to be like, hey, like you don't need to necessarily call it an affiliate, but for lack of better words in this situation, like affiliate your gym. We put you up like somewhere under the list of garage gyms. We may not publicly display your address because you're not a commercial business, but when you do it, we send you like a CrossFit banner. You get some like cool stickers or something like that. You get to participate in the open as if you're like an affiliate. Like there could be like multiple things that they could easily do. And you would think that they would jump all over it because people would pay it if it was reasonably priced to have a couple of the perks and be able to say, hey, we're part of the CrossFit community. I just do it at my garage gym. And like what type of email sequencing would you need to like really sit down and figure that out and pull it off?
So they want to give money to fly a flag.
100%. That's what they're all saying.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, we got a lot of priorities. Well, Dave's just towing the line because he has to. So I get that. But you could even tell right there that there's a little frustration. I'm seeing that as my words, not Dave's. That seems like it's leaking through because some of this stuff just seems like a no-brainer. People want it. They want to be a part of the community. They're asking for it. Roll up a few CrossFit flags, a few banners, put up, send them a couple posters, whatever, with their thing, throw them up on the affiliate map, like maybe not exact location, but just in their city, garage gym, and let them go for it.
There you go.
CrossFit at large. So I agree. At Nick Britt's and on the open announcement, we wanted to mix it up and do something different. And we did actually want to highlight what's happening in affiliates. So we had like a contest where people could apply and basically submit their garage gyms back when we did that. And we had a number of submissions and we picked that one. And it was a great location. It was Asheville, North Carolina. Nice gym. It was cold as hell there. It was really cold. We did it in the winter, but that was a great trip. Great open announcement. And then years later, that guy ended up selling his house and he actually as one of the features on the Zillow or Trulia listing, listed that it had hosted an open announcement in the sale write up.
That's
And Nick
awesome.
Fritz 2999. Hey Dave, I am a CrossFit Level 2 active duty airman stationed at Vandenberg Space Force Base, and in light of the huge success of your Space Force event, thank you. I was wondering if there's any scope of bringing the mill Level 1s back. If not mill wide, perhaps something localized, starting with Vandenberg. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for these weekend review videos. So, a couple things here. We still do a lot of military L1s. Basically it's a L1 for military units or on a base for private groups. So those are still ongoing. So if there's interest in an L1 at Vandenberg, let me know. We're working with some of the Space Force leadership currently to, there's an event in April where we're going to be showing them our one-day course. And so hopefully there's ability to get more penetration there. That being said, you being in Vandenberg's only, 2.5, 3 hours south of here. If you, Nick, can get us a day or set up an audience, I'd be willing to go down there with with the team and show you guys the one-day seminar. So hit me up on the side, dave@crossfit.com. And I would love to get us down there to Vandenberg and help you guys out. I actually heard there's really good pig hunting down there.
Just doing business right on the TDC channel. Just doing business on the Dave Castro channel, doing mill work.
That's a separate note.
Vandenberg, I think that's where Elon launches his satellites from. That's just north of Santa Barbara.
At It's Joe 1986, there's a town far from the ranch called Castroville. Any family history there? No family history there. Castroville is very close, and it is known as the artichoke capital of the world, but no family history. At Felicia Martinez 9361, hey Dave, any word on when games tickets are going on sale? My wife and I are planning on our summer
Felicia Martinez, my wife, lesbian.
2026 road trip around the games like we've done for a few summers in the past. Madison, Fort Worth, Albany. Thanks. Soon. Hopefully
Mexican lesbian.
around the first week of once the Open opens, that first week following, so early March. There's a lot that goes on with Ticketmaster and with the venue and establishing pricing and establishing areas that are open and closed. And there's a lot of players in the decision-making process that are outside of our control, specifically venue and Ticketmaster, that can kind of slow things up. I wish we would have had them on sale already, but there's some external factors we can't control in this one.
Thank you for the question, señorita. That's what he should have done, just to acknowledge, a little nod, a little Bad Bunny nod, right?
Just so he knows, she knows he's down.
Yeah,
he's down with the cause,
the
the
La
culture.
Raza. Yeah.
By the way, that's how
being
you answer that question.
What?
Did you see? I said that's how you answer a question like that. He just drove clarity to it, didn't get specifics, but gave you enough of an answer to where you knew exactly why it was taking so long, and then followed up with saying I wish we would have these out sooner, but there's a couple external factors that are out of our control. It's just a straightforward answer.
Yeah. That answer is endorsed by Matt Souza, CrossFit Livermore.
You could start planning, that weekend prior to the games, leading up that week, there's the age group stuff. So there's going to be things there. I'd recommend coming out to California. If you do a road trip, see Yosemite, come through, see Yosemite Valley, go up to Napa, come down to Monterey, come down to the ranch, trying to work on something to have tours down here, but haven't figured that out yet. At Nick Peterson 3347, I'm a 6-year affiliate owner located in the suburb south of Kansas City. Last 2 years, my co-owner and I have heavily leaned into getting our members to participate in the Open. Last year, we had the most signups of any gym in the state of Kansas and Missouri, I believe, definitely the KC Metro. And we have a goal to continue that into this year. Not so coincidentally, our gym has been growing and thriving like never before. I have no specific data or proof that the two things directly correlate, but I know that the buy-in from our community is playing a significant role. Anyways, just wanted to thank you for leading with grace through the last few years of turbulence. It's making an impact in Spring Hill CrossFit. Camo Athletics CrossFit.
What gym is that? Camo
Athletics CrossFit?
Athletics CrossFit? Kansas? Camo.
Something pop up.
Yeah, Camo with a K. Camo Athletics Gym CrossFit.
Oh yeah, it pops right up, doesn't it?
Boom.
Spring Hill, Kansas.
Follow. Message. Hey, I would love to have you on our podcast. Done. All right. New 2 podcast guests I've clipped off this already.
Nice.
Thank you for that. I'd say this. We hear that a lot from affiliate owners, and even Sevon's interviewing these affiliates, and he's telling me what they're saying. Affiliate owners and the ones we talk to, ones that lean into it seem to do, they have a strong community because there's just so much enthusiasm and community created around the shared suffering that happens in the open. So I have no specific data or proof that the two things directly correlate, but I know that the buy-in from our community
What's he rubbing?
Doug.
is playing a significant role. Yeah, I agree. And I also think the other aspect there is just
all right, if you want to cover for him.
The way the community at your local affiliate comes together for those 3 weeks is unlike any other time throughout the year. And I think that then has trail effect for the rest of the year, and also for those members and people to talk to their family and friends and others in the local area about how strong your community is. So a lot of positive there for sure.
Sevi, you should wear a flat cap. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, keep it gangster.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. Done.
At Wild Hustle, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions. I truly appreciate it. And if I may, I wanted to follow up on the games topic because your comment about the games being viable as a standalone company is a fascinating insight. Looking back, do you have any regrets on not at least trying to approach Greg on separating the games into a separate company? And from your perspective today, what would be the biggest challenge and
Oh, that opens a box of worms. I wonder if he's going to address that.
biggest opportunity in operating the game separately from the CrossFit brand? I genuinely value your perspective and appreciate you sharing your experience. Leaders who have been in the arena see things that the rest of us simply can't. Greg, no, I never thought about approaching Greg on that. I don't think I, at that time, saw the need for it there and then, but also understood Greg very well, and he would never do anything like that. He would never sell or break apart any piece of CrossFit until he eventually sold all of CrossFit.
Well, Davey, we meet again. You have a story, and I have a story. Remind me on Wednesday to ask Greg that question. Greg will have a whole different take on that. A whole different take. I mean, I'm not saying that both the zebra could be a white horse with black stripes or a black horse with white stripes. Damn, Sevi, that was good.
Well, Greg's publicly talked about on the show before that people approached him about the games and he entertained the idea, and every single time that they wanted to buy it, they were like, wait, it doesn't come with training and affiliates? And he's like, no. And they were like, okay, we're out.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that, what Sousa said too. Not a horse at all. It's a pachyderm. All right.
At Grant Mead 32, love to see you bring.
What idea do you have? Pool Boy, here's an idea. Semifinal event should only be able to invite athletes based on the previous year's Open. Yep, there you go. Great idea. Hey, consider that done for next year.
Tyson Bajan out to the ranch and run him through a few workouts along with Jason, Dallin, Justin, and James. I'm excited for the Open and whatever gnarly workouts you got planned for us. Thanks for everything. Keep up the great work, mate. Thank you. Adrian Conway, leveled up quality here, Dave. You look crisp and almost in person. Yeah, I got a nice little setup here. Dedicated table just for this now.
He didn't answer the Tyson Bajan one.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he'll circle back. He's going to circle back.
So I was doing it off my work computer, which is right next to me. So now I have the workstation where I do all my emails and Zoom calls. And I was having to convert that into like this little YouTube station, not YouTube, but whatever I'm doing here, station. And so eventually I just decided, okay, let me create a dedicated setup. So I have two different places to do this. And I'm really happy with the dedicated setup and how it's working. Let me show you.
Oh, wow.
So it's hard to see, but
high tech. Do you have an iPad down there?
What the hell's going on?
Got the lights, got the camera, got the mic, got the computer. So it's working out well. At Nick Alt Gilbers. Dave, not really a question, but wanted to clear up an inaccuracy from this week in review. The Air Force has 4 career fields within the Air Force Special.
So it is interesting that he didn't. I wonder why he didn't respond to the Tyson Bajan thing. Is that like a clue that Tyson is coming out there and he just isn't going to talk about it?
It could very well be, because he does like to do that where he just won't like address stuff, but usually he'll like give some sort of signal with like a nod or like a smile or be like, yeah, that is a good idea, or like something like that. I think he might have just generally forgot because he got all excited with the compliment.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he got all rizzed up.
Yeah, let's talk about my shit.
Warfare. TAC P, the only job in the military in which everyone must become a JTAC. CCT, some will become JTACs, fewer now that GWAT is over. Their specialty is global access, establishing, seizing hasty LZs, DZs, and do air traffic control, pararescue, combat search and rescue, and special reconnaissance, deep multi-domain reconnaissance. All of these jobs can be soft, but CCT and SR are the only ones that are inherently soft. Recently retired TAC P, JTAC here, and Masters Games athlete last year. Okay, very cool. It's awesome to see CrossFit's partnership with the U.S. Air Force. Okay, then
No one gives a shit. Listen, your JTAC, your CPAP, your F-fuck, your fucking OB, your fucking Jesus criminy, dude.
Very cool. Thank you for clearing it up.
Yeah.
I worked with a lot of PJs who were assigned to special
I never dated girls who wore PJs ever. PJs are stupid.
operations units and CCT. Never any of the special recon. I've never even heard of this.
And I don't allow CCTV in my room when I'm doing my best work either.
Air Force Special Recon. Is that something new? I'll research this after. But thank you for clearing that all up. At the Movement Doctor, who do you think wins in a fight? James or Jason? James, for sure, hands down, wins that every day, all day. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave your comments or thoughts in the comment section or question.
What do you think? Jason probably like tries to fight him like this and shit or something, and James probably like scratches and bites and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Fighting James is probably like fighting a cat, get an eyeball scratched out or something.
I will say that he had a whole different side of him when he got that look in his eye after he got hit with that belt that I've never seen. That definitely scared me. Like I would not want to. Yeah, like I would not want to meet that guy in an alley. So, who knows? But wasn't Jason a wrestler?
Hopper?
Yeah, for some reason I thought he wrestled in high school.
I haven't heard that.
All I know is that they're both big dudes. They're both super strong. They're both super fit. If one of them has any bit of training, even in past, that individual will win.
I think James has our strength. And that's not roids. That was Justin that wrestled. Justin was a wrestler.
No, I know Justin was, but for some reason I thought like when Colton and Jason were going back and forth at Crash one time, and it was like getting tense, and I was like, oh shit, like Colton's getting pissed here because Colton wrestled, and so I for some reason I thought
clearly
Jason
we saw a demonstration of it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like if you have a little bit of background in training, even if you didn't do a ton of it, but like if you have a little bit of a background in training, you have a very big advantage like in a fight.
Oh, James has J strength. Jesus strength. Jesus. All right.
James is also the type of dude that would like beat you up and then like immediately afterwards like feel bad and like help you up and like get you an ice pack and like
write you an apology letter.
Yeah. Yeah.
John McCauley's coming on tomorrow. JOHNMCAULEY. It's gonna be good. It's going to be good to hear his story. I know you're like, who's that? It's going to be a good one. That'll be on the Sevon podcast. That's going to be a great story. Did you see any videos? Did you see any videos of his? How he kind of his video that went viral? Yeah.
I was looking at him. I was like going through a couple of the videos trying to figure out what to title it. Like give it like a little subtitle next to his name, which I did for the Bajan show, and I think I got to change it because I don't think you asked him if he was doing the Open. I figured that just.
I did. I think at the end. Oh,
you did at the end. Okay, cool. Yeah. Then I didn't. That's the part I didn't see. But yeah, I looked through and was like looking for something. I saw in his bio it was like it's like Patriot fighting with his shield against pedos and globalists, and I was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna put pedo in the title here.
I think pedo is bad for the algo.
Yeah, probably a little rough.
I wonder if you search pedo. I'm going to type in pedo into YouTube. Mystery mind, pedophile brain. Oh, pedophile tactics. I think my friend's a pedophile. Christy Gnome confronts a pedophile. Okay, so it does pop up shit on the search. That's crazy. But wow, they're all from years ago. The first one that pops up is from 12 years ago. Mysteries of the Mind, Pedophile Brain with Dr. James Cantor.
Hmm.
God, I so don't want to know pedophile brain.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I wanted to dig in with you and Taylor a little bit on some of the craziness of the recent file release.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, when you guys were doing the breakdown of millennia, not Millennia, Gates's wife. Why can't I think?
Oh
of her
yeah,
name right now? Melinda. Thank you.
Melania is Donald Trump's wife.
Yes. And Taylor had some. Taylor was sounding very astute with his reads,
Yeah.
libertarianism, and a couple of the other ones. I was impressed. He was very articulate on inalienable rights.
Yeah, he's big on the John Locke shit right now. Chris
Mhm.
Hansen. Who's that? Chris Hansen is I don't know who that is. Send me a link to his Instagram.
In his bunghole. I had to stare at that thing way too much trying to blur it in the afterward.
Yeah, you
In post.
You deserve a Nobel Prize for that.
And you see somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, you guys blurred it? That's lame." It's like, you
Jeez.
want to see it? You like, get out of here. Watch it live.
Oh, To Catch a Predator. I
Oh.
don't know if I can do a whole show on pedos. I have like a threshold.
Taylor believes in voting. He ain't no libertarian.
All right. Love you guys. Susan, thank you. See you guys tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.